Welcome back. Australians love their cars, but the way we drive and the types of cars we own are about to undergo the biggest change in motoring history. As Sion Doherty reports, petrol and diesel cars could soon be a thing of the past.
Petrol and diesel cars are driving towards a dead end.
It is inevitable. It's going to happen whether we like it or not.
Australia's love of cars is fuelled by petrol, diesel and gas, but the rest of the world is driving away from that tradition, and experts warn Australia needs to put its foot on the accelerator to keep up.
99.9% of cars sold in Australia are petrol and diesel. Fast forward 2040, it'll be the reverse of that.
To Aussies, it might sound surprising, but motoring writer Stephen Williams says it's the new normal around the world.
The major car-making nations and the major car makers have set an end date of 2040 at the latest for the sale of new diesel and petrol cars to be banned.
In fact, Norway will ban the sale of petrol cars in just 7 years. At least 10 other countries have set similar targets over the next 20 years. There's no deadline or incentives from the Australian government.
I think we'll need some legislation at the federal government level and the state government level, and some incentives.
Every other major developed country in the world subsidises the purchase of electric cars. We don't.
Stephen says government and business should invest in charging stations today.
It's inevitable there'll be a huge take-up of electric cars in the 2030s, but imagine how inconvenient it's going to be if we can't recharge those cars on the run.
It is happening slowly. In 2015, RAC installed Australia's first electric highway with chargers from Perth to Augusta. And there are more individuals getting on board, with close to 200 electric Teslas in WA. The first model only came out 4 years ago.
They're beautiful cars. They're the best cars.
In a few short years, the technology's really sped up. There's even an electric four-wheel drive.
It can do everything that a normal four-wheel drive can do.
And more. These cars are like computers on wheels. They even get regular software updates, some of it practical, some just for fun. For David Lloyd from the Tesla Owners Club, it's an investment in the future.
They've marketed the expensive cars first in order to get the infrastructure going.
Synergy has given the Tesla Club 70 of these chargers to distribute around WA.
We're giving them to any locations that will install them and make them available to EVs.
Futurist Gihan Pereira says this is the beginning of a major shift in the way we drive.
Part of it will be self-driving cars, autonomous cars.
Tesla's halfway there with its autopilot capabilities.
This is grade 3, which means that it'll drive itself, but you've got to be able to take over without notice.
As the electric car revolution picks up speed, Stephen says Australia must get its act together and start preparing now.
If we don't get started now, there's going to be a sudden rush of electric cars onto our roads in 2030 onwards, and we just won't be able to cope.